You made this plan. You planned your life before you came into this realm. But we do have free will, so you could be very far off of your path, or that you could be living what you chose to experience. But no matter what you chose to experience, I have to believe that you're put here on the earth now to experience this ascension, this shift to another dimension. All right, let's try this again. I had to switch out my battery right quick because it died right after my introduction. Again, welcome back. Again. I don't know how far it went, so I'm just going to say it's January 19th, 2019. And if you've been watching any of my videos, sorry, someone just ran out in the middle of the road. If you've been watching any of my videos, you know I've been going through some challenges so far this year, and I've really been doing a lot of thinking on it, a lot, because it just seemed that every decision that I made, everything I decided would be a good idea, I was being met with force. You know, it wasn't in the flow. And I really enjoy being in the flow state where things just kind of go, you know? Like being in the now. And it just wasn't working. And then I realized something. Well, my higher self told me something yesterday morning when I was in the shower. Because this is not a thought that I've ever had. So I'm sitting there, you know, I'm asking myself, my higher self. That's who I talk to. That's who I pray to. I wouldn't even say I pray. I just, you know, I ask for guidance from my higher self, or my spirit guides, which you absolutely do have. Your higher self is you in a higher, what do you call those things? Dimension, in a higher dimension. And they have a bird's eye view of your life. So you're here in the now, and you have a very finite view of what's going on. Your higher self is kind of, you know, sees from the top of the mountain, if you will. So they know what's best for you, because it is you. Anyway, that's not what I want to talk about. So everything I did, all the decisions I made, was being met with conflict, with resistance, with force. I just didn't know, so I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what else I could do. The things I was thinking to do was just, they weren't, I didn't feel they were decisions that would be in my highest good. Okay? So, like I was saying, yesterday I was in the shower, you know, I was asking, you know, for guidance, you know, what do I do? And then all of a sudden the thought popped into my head, no matter what happens, you have to forgive them all. You have to forgive everybody. That's not a thought that goes through my mind. I've never thought that like that, you know. This is the second or third time that I know without a shadow of a doubt that was my higher self communicating with me. I know it's happened more than those times, but I didn't recognize it. I didn't understand. I just thought it was one of my thoughts. But it was so far outside of my normal thought my normal thought patterns, my thought processes, what have you, but the second that came into my mind, I also had this, I don't know how to describe it, like a divine calmness, you know what I mean? Just a weight off of my shoulders. I was like, oh man. And I felt so much better, and I knew what I had to do. And no matter what happened, or no matter how they reacted to it, when I say they, I mean everyone I've had conflict with in my life recently, or ever, really. You got to forgive everybody. You got to forgive everybody. And if you don't do it for them, you're really not doing it for them. You're doing it for you. You got to forgive them, and then you ask for forgiveness so they forgive you for them. We all need to move past our petty little differences. I mean, they're not serving us, you know? These differences, these issues that we think are like real important issues, that he said this or she said that or blah 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 blah, it's not a big deal. God, if someone hurts your feelings, then you just tell them you hurt my feelings, and hopefully they apologize. And if not, then they really wanted to hurt your feelings, and that person probably isn't good for you to be around. That's you know, toxic people do not serve your best good. I gotta forgive a toxic person, but I feel like if I talk to that person to do that, it's just gonna bring more toxicity. Is that a word? Toxicity? I think it is. Into my life, and more confrontation, and I don't want that. So I'm working on figuring out a way to do that, like maybe write a letter, but then I don't want it to be received in the wrong way to this individual. But I don't know, we'll see. You know, and I realized with the confrontation I had with somebody a couple days ago, might have been earlier this week or last week, I don't remember. I think it was just a couple days ago. Like Monday, I think. Yeah, it was Monday actually. Anyways, not important. And I realized, you know, they were challenging my beliefs, my newfound beliefs. And instead of accepting that they didn't understand, I tried to get them to see from my point of view. And that's just not a good way to handle something. It's not, you know, I made the attempt. I feel like it needed to be done, but, you know, it caught me off guard, and I was planning on doing it one day on my time, on my terms, and present it how I wish to, but, you know, I felt like I was being attacked, so I reacted. Instead of just putting that on the shelf and saying, well, that's interesting that you feel that way, and leave it at that, you know. I'm sorry if what I say hurts your feelings, or if you don't agree with what I say. It's fine. We don't need to agree with each other, you know. But it's just, you know, everything in this world is meant to divide. We have never been more divided in this nation, in this world, than we have been right now. It's sick, and it's by design, man. Take your thoughts back. Your thoughts have been hijacked, taken over, controlled. Your thoughts have been hijacked, taken over, and controlled. And you're force-fed a narrative that doesn't serve your best good. It doesn't have your best interest in heart. It doesn't. If you're not doing soul searching right now, if you're not looking inward to better yourself, to love yourself, to truly love yourself, And you can never love someone else if you don't truly love you on the deepest levels. Once you love you, you're good, man. Then you can start moving into your service work, your purpose work, while you're here on this plane. Most of us volunteered to come here to hold this light, that we're light workers. And that's our job. You know, some of us, the job's just to be here and anchor the light. That's cool. You know, I feel like I volunteered to share my light with many, many people, which is why I'm doing this now. Yeah, so I mean that's why I feel like I'm here. And now that, you know, I'm holding this light and that I can access this frequency, and now that I've done a healing session with somebody, like, that was a confirmation for me that that's what I need to be doing. It was profound. It's exactly what I saw, like with Everyday Masters when he does his healing work. The reactions that his patients with high registers get. That's what I know. That's what I witnessed with me pulling the light through. It was me doing the healing. Not me. I was being the antenna. I was the conduit to let the light flow through my hand. There's nothing that I do personally. It's the 0 point energy field. It's the ethers. It's the spiritual realm. It's the other fifth dimension. It's source. It's God. Whatever you want to think of it as. Angels. You know, insert term there. Insert your belief here. You know? I like to think of it as source energy, because that's absolutely what I feel it is. Source energy through a fifth dimensional frequency, because we are multi-dimensional beings. So the point of my video today, I got way off topic, was that you got to forgive and ask for forgiveness. And already I feel like a great weight has been lifted off of my shoulders. You can't change people, okay? If somebody is doing something that you don't like and you're constantly trying to get them to change, stop it. You're fighting a losing battle. People are only going to change when they want to change. Not a second sooner, not a second later. When they want to. When something happens in their life and they realize that maybe that wasn't the best way to live or act, or that their mindset, the way they view the world, was really jacked up. But then again, it is hard work. You know, it's not easy. It's not for the faint of heart. If you're a weak-minded individual, you're probably gonna have a really tough time with this. You know, we have so many fears and false beliefs. You know, fears of false illusion appearing real. False illusion appearing real. That's fear. False beliefs. Conditioned beliefs are programmed beliefs. They're not even your own. You didn't find these out on your own. You didn't learn anything on your own and come to your own conclusions probably in your entire life. Not with anything that's important. You were spoon-fed rhetoric from a child of someone else's belief. And then you take those beliefs as if they're your own, and then you teach your kids those beliefs. Where did the beliefs come from? Where did they come? Where did they start? And who taught your parents that belief? Where did they learn it from? Forgive. Ask to be forgiven. Love yourself so that you can love others. You got to be the change that you want to see. If you want to see something change, lead by example. Change your life. And then people will see what you have. You have that peace, that love. And people are going to want that. So that's where I messed up. I went to bash my beliefs onto somebody, just as they did to me, and as was done to me my entire life. Like I said, it starts at a young age. You get them from your parents and from society. And I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have attacked. And forgive everybody. Don't let anyone hold anything over you, because they're just renting space in your mind for free. You make them your God if they are affecting your mood. Don't give them that power. You have your own power. You are a sovereign, divine being of light. And I love you. I love you guys so much. Alright, guys. I love you. And have a blessed day.